This is the machine. Then the chief or the assistant chief and his men used to cane them because those were petty mistakes. We are still on our way to Soko. This is my toothbrush. It is not just an ordinary brush from just any plant. It is a special plant with how do we call them? With some component that is very good in cleaning teeth. So when I am in the village, I usually use it to clean my teeth. So right now I'm on the way to Soko. We are just about to reach. Soko. Yes. Guys, we are just about to reach Soko. Someone has planted good trees here. I think they are passionate about planting trees like myself. And there's a construction project ongoing in front of me there. And of course, we have reached the Soko area. I am at the junction. There is this one and there is this road. So which one can we take? This one is closer or is shorter. This one goes around, but let me go with this to Soko. Let me go with this to Soko, compound of Soko. Let's get in. So this is the gate of Soko. Let's get in. We are not using the gate. Seems people around here locked it and made a different road just beside it here. You can see there's water flowing, guys. And there's something I want to show you. So there are some beds. Some beds are here. Actually, they're not beds, but I can call them beds. Long time ago, Soko used to be a place for processing coffee because my community used to produce a large quantity of coffee. So after producing coffee, the coffee was brought here and they were dried. So these beds I'm telling you about, the beds were used to air the coffee and to have them drying. But nowadays the beds are not being used because the project collapsed. Nowadays the quantity of coffee has dropped and people no longer produce coffee. This house here, let me capture it well on this from this side. So this house was the store, served as the store for keeping the processed and unprocessed coffee. Then they were being aired on this bed. We want to go to that structure on the other side to tell you more about it. There's another room building there. That one used to serve as the office of the area assistant chief. It was launched in 1970s and it is still there to date. It is still there to date. I want to let you know that Soko is a source of water. It has running water that never stops. Therefore, it serves as a very important resource center for the community. Apart from just serving as the place for processing coffee, Soko supplies the community with water. It supplies the community with water. So let's get to this office, the former office, and see. So as you can read, foundation stone was laid by the chairman of Kisumu District Cooperative Union Limited, Mr. Samson A. Gowi, on 1st December 1978. So that is when the foundation stone of this building was put. I can remember the assistant chief used to come here and solve many cases involving the villagers. Many a times people are being canned here, especially those that engaged in petty crimes, those that engaged in petty conflicts were brought to this house. Then the chief or the assistant chief and his men used to cane them because those were petty mistakes or issues that were to be dealt with instantly. So as you can see, there are still some coffee plantations here that are still there because this place, as I told you, was used to process coffee. Although some structures have been vandalized, like you can see down there, there are some logs that were initially the beds, like the ones I showed you. They were beds like those ones over there, but guys, they were vandalized by the idle boys in the community. Despite that, this place remains an important place that we have to explore in its entirety. So we are going to another place to see where water comes from, So this is one place. On that end there are stairs that we used those days to climb down and fetch water down there, because there are some pipes down there. But since this place has been abandoned and not taken care of, and this place now has just stagnant water. So this is one. This is one. Now the one that we currently use as our source of water is this one. As you can see, there is a tank there that was built long ago. The tank contains water, and I think the water comes from underground. Then it is channeled to us through that pipe. So when you come with a bucket, you just put it there and you collect the water and go away. So I was born and I found Soko existing. Soko was existing, and by the time I was born, Soko had been here, had existed for several years. So this is an old project, and I hope it will continue to serve this community for hundreds of years coming, if the surrounding community does not vandalize or does not just destroy it. Soko is a good place because it continues to supply us with water. So that is the machine that was used to process coffee, and these are the compartments where other processes used to take place. So here, and see the machine. This is the machine that was used to process coffee here. Unfortunately, my power went off in my original camera, and I'm now using this phone to capture this one. Otherwise it will be clearer. So this is not all about Soko, but because of power we shall stop it here. So I want to show you where the process used to start, the process of processing coffee in this factory. We are climbing these stairs, guys, and there you go. So you can see down there is where coffee used to be put. One was being put, okay, this side coffee was being put, and it could be passed to the machine through that opening. And another compartment is here. Yes, this one was also used to deliver coffee to the machine so that the process would start.